everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. Thank you for joining me. This is the Q&A video where I'm answering your questions from the last Q&A video. And any questions you have today, please go down below, ask me, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Welcome to this community. And that's what this is. This channel is a community. Go down below, meet people, comment, talk to people. It's really good. I really monitor it really well, and I make sure that there's no bad people, no narcissists down there being toxic, okay? So welcome aboard. And like I said, feel free, ask questions, find the truth out. I've been through this. I've been through a long, long relationship, and I've been through many years of learning about this stuff and helping other people. So I have a lot of good information, I believe, that might be a help to you. If you have a question that you don't know the answer to, I might be able to shine some light on that for you. So go ahead and go down and ask me, and thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing, you guys. Donations. Ellen, Willa, and Crystal all donated this week, and thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am trying to do everything I can to help you guys get through the holidays right now. So I don't know if you noticed, but I've been making a lot more videos. I've been doing about 6 videos a week, almost every day. And I'm doing it just to help you guys kind of get through the holidays. I'm hoping that helps. And your donations help me so much. It really, really just it keeps me going, man. It doesn't matter how much. It's just such a great gesture. And I'm not going to ever give up doing this, but man, that really keeps me going. Thank you so much, so much. What else? Locations. You guys are doing really good giving me your locations. You want to ask me a question? Just tell us where you are, because we all want to know. We want to know how far this stuff reaches, you know. And you guys are doing good, so keep it up. Please keep telling me your locations. And I'm sorry if I don't remember. So just always tell me, even if you always do. Just keep telling me, okay? Thank you guys very much. So let's get started. Milanamic Chick, something like that. 1984, from Serbia. After 1.5 years relationship, I discarded my ex. He did many bad things to me, and now he wants me back and promising to fix everything. Is he doing this just because he has no primary supply? Well, yes, that is a reason they do it. I don't know exactly what his intentions are, but that is a big, big reason. A lot of these people just can't be alone. Just cannot be alone, especially borderlines. They just cannot be alone. They always have to have someone there with them. They always need attention, and they sometimes don't even care who they get it from. They keep in contact and keep in touch with old people they dated, you know, and they will go back and back and back for attention. Now, one little thing, you discarded him, so what usually happens is they want absolute revenge. So they will do everything they can to get you back, and then they will hurt you. They will hurt you worse than they've ever hurt you before. They will stand you up. They will do these things to you to get the last word, because that's a borderline's biggest thing. They got to have the last word, and they got to break up with you and you not break up with them. So you abandon them, which is their biggest fear, and so they probably want revenge. Okay? So you just stay no contact. Do not contact them. Do not engage in any kind of conversation whatsoever, okay? Jennifer from Colorado. Hello, Jennifer. Have you ever seen a narcissist experience sweet justice? Yes, I have. Sure. I mean, you know, they're in prisons, they're in jails, you know, you guys, I understand that feeling that they just totally, ultimately betrayed you, and nobody even knows. I mean, they got clean away with it, right? And they're just on to that next relationship. I make videos about this all the time, you guys. Something you need to realize. Here, maybe this will help. They're toxic. They have toxic relationships. Their life is always bad, okay? Their relationships always end, and they always fail, and they're always traumatic, and they're always abusive, okay? They're not happy people. If you're around them, you will not be happy. Remember, when you're around them, you're not happy. So you need to separate yourself from them and all kinds of people like this and start living a healthy life, okay? Because you can call it karma, you can call it whatever you want. I call it just their disorder. That's how they live. They will fail, fail, fail. You are just another number. They did this way before you many times, and they'll just keep doing this for the rest of their life, okay? So to me, that is justice. Now, if you want to know something like, let's say my ex, okay? I went several years no contact, And then I finally contacted her and let her know that I know everything that's going on. I know what you are. I know everything you did. And sweet justice would be the fact that everyone she knows now. And they all know what she is. And when my book comes out and I send her a copy, I would think that would be sweet justice. Okay? So it does happen. Trust me. These guys, I don't care what you see them get away with, and I don't care how happy they seem. That's all they care about, is showing people they're happy. They're just one big profile. They're just one big Facebook profile. I'm this, 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 this. Look at me, I'm so happy. Look what I have. Look what I own. Look what I do. That's it. You want to know how they feel? Crazy. Supergirl from Detroit, Michigan. Am I being a narcissist for being offended by their abuse? You're worried about being a narcissist because you're offended by their abuse? No. No, you're not a narcissist for that. No one's a narcissist for being offended by abuse. Offended is the least thing you should feel. I mean, you should, yeah, I offended, sure. But betrayal. Betrayal. You know, and all these emotions and feelings that come with it, sadness and anger and depression, these are feelings that you need to feel. This is just like a death in the family. You need to go through these range of emotions. Grieve, you know, grieve over this. Grieve over this loss. Talk about it. Think about it. Mull over it. These are things you need to do, okay? Be offended. I would be offended, yeah. I mean, but way more than that. Shouldn't you have more emotions than that? Feel this stuff. Talk about this stuff with people, okay? Nikki Lee from Nebraska. Hello, Nikki. Have you ever seen narcissists uncomfortable when the subject of narcissism gets brought up? I guess so. I guess so. You know, their biggest fear, yes, one of their biggest fears is exposure. So I understand that. But some narcissists will be like, no, I'm a sociopath. Like they love it. You know, some of them don't care. But for the most part, yeah, they don't want exposure. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want people to know what they are. And if they know what they are and that subject comes up, then yes, they get uncomfortable. Have I ever seen it? Definitely. And it's more of me telling someone I know what I do and the type of person that I am talking about, you know, disordered, abusive people, and I start explaining that person to them, and I know they are one of them, and I can see it in their eyes, and I can see how uncomfortable they get, and they literally just like walk away. That's what my experience. Like they just don't talk about it. They're just like, oh yeah. And it's just like you can see them thinking in their head. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it more than once. Mr. H.A. Double from Maryland. Does the narcissist ever get tired of pursuing you to go back into their evil ways? Well, yes, they eventually get tired of pursuing you unless you're dealing with someone with massive attachment disorders and mirroring and mimicking and echoing like borderlines. Basically, you know, they're looking for supply. They're looking for attention. They want revenge, things like that. They eventually give up. Yes, totally. And not all of them, but eventually they give up because they aren't getting anything from you. It's counterproductive, right? Unless it's so involved about attachment, unless they have major attachment disorders like borderlines, and these are the ones that don't ever let go. These are the ones that just keep obsessing on you for years. Could be for years, okay? But generally, yes, they finally give up. It's about what you give them. Give them nothing. That's why no contact is always the best thing, you guys. Always. I was just talking to somebody earlier about why no contact is so important. Why you do not respond. Okay? I was talking to someone just a little while ago, and he said, my birthday's coming up. What if my ex tells me happy birthday? You know, and I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I was thinking just say thanks, and that's it. And I said, okay, well, no contact is the best. You know, the least amount of words is the second best, right? So one word is better than two, but no words is better than one. Because I told him, I said, okay, so you say thanks, right? What if she doesn't respond? What if that's it? that'll mess with your head because you'll be like waiting and waiting and waiting and they never do. And you're like, oh my God, it's like they got you. Seriously, it's a mind game. They have to have the last word all the time. They just want to get in your head. They just want to be one up on you. And that's to them is. So you responded and then they don't say anything. And they wait for you to talk to them. You know what I mean? And it'll drive you nuts. No contact. I'm telling you guys. If she said thank you to him and he doesn't respond, now that messes with her. He's in control. No more contact. There is no more engagement. And he will not have to worry about what she might manipulate him to do, because all she has to do is say one little thing and he explodes, and now it's emotional. Now he's invested already, and now and now she could just say, oh, you're crazy, leave me alone, narcissist, and hang up the phone, and now he's going to go crazy. Okay? Always better, no contact, guys. Rise above them. Okay? You've been unhealthy in an unhealthy relationship for however long you have been. It's time to get out. Leave them alone. Leave them behind. The beautiful thing about being in a toxic relationship with a narcissist is we can change, they cannot. So you let them be the way they are, and you let them do it to other people, and you rise above it, and you leave them behind, okay? Addie's mom from Denver. Addie's mom is celebrating 1 year no contact. Congratulations, Addie's mom. Right on. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Okay? That's all you can do. I was just saying, no contact. That's all you can do. And doesn't it feel better? Doesn't it feel great? And don't you see how ignoring the comments and all that isn't a weakness? It's not a weakness, especially to them. To them, it makes you look stronger. It makes them feel like you are up there now again. Now you're better than them. And they're like, oh my God, they don't need me. They don't want me. They're better than me. And I'm a shameful little piece of shit that I am. Because they are. Here's your question. Good job. Congratulations. How is it that my ex never got moody with his children? He was a total doormat, but a total bully with me. Good question. Good question. And all I can do is speculate. So all I'm going to do is tell you what I've seen, patterns and stuff like that. And honestly, they have such a weird relationship with their children. You guys, I've made tons of videos on, daughters of narcissistic fathers, sons of narcissistic mothers. I've made all these videos. Check them out if you guys are interested in any kind of the dynamic between the child and the parent abuser. Okay, I've made tons of different videos. I'll keep making more too. But basically, they have weird ass attachment relationships with their children. And either they might be completely emotionally void and no attachment at all, or they don't even let them be autonomous. They don't let them be their own self. They don't let them identify with anything except them, the parent. Okay? So there are weird relationships, okay? A parent can manipulate a small child very easily to make them think that they are amazing. At the same time, they're abusing them. Okay? Children are easily manipulated. So easily. I know children, we all think children are smart and honest. They are. But their brains cannot handle the manipulation. Okay? You can make a child basically be happy about getting beat if you beat them enough. I mean, it's just, I'm telling you. So, and don't forget, he may not implement any kind of punishment, boundaries, limits. So these kids, he may just totally spoil them with no repercussion. Like, whatever you want, buddy. And then they're friends with them. Okay? They don't become parental figures. They become their buddies. And you never do that with a child. You never do that with your own child. Never become their friend. You can be friendly, but you are their mother or their father, and you are never their friend. Don't forget that. Narcissists become their friends. Or they become this nasty ruler, okay? But and this guy sounds like he's become their friend and spoil them and use different things and leverage to make them think he is so great, because he loves that showering constant of attention. Just, daddy's so amazing, daddy's so great, daddy's so this. Why is he a bully with you? Because he's an abuser, okay? He abuses these kids too, don't worry. I bet he could fly off the handle like that and these kids go running, okay? Laura from Florida. Hello, Laura. How is it that there is no evidence on social media of my narcissist treating any exes like shit? Okay. I've said this so many times. Social media, let's talk Facebook. All it is profile. Okay? I can put whatever I want up there. Now, you want to know why nobody else is on there talking bad? How do you know they haven't? How do you know? How often is he on his Facebook? Is he on there every day? Does he get notifications when someone leaves a message? He might be able to erase a message in 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and then block that person. It's not hard, you guys. And eventually, I mean, look at me. I'm preaching to all of you, no contact. That means don't go on their Facebook and leave messages. Okay? People eventually realize that on their own. Before I found any of this stuff, before I found any of it, knew any of it, I have had enough pain from my ex, and I blocked her from everything. I mean, I moved, new job, new phone number, everything. Okay? It was that serious. I knew I had to. So I did that. So I didn't even look on her Facebook. Okay? So she screwed in my head for 10 years and really did some damage, but I've never said a word on her Facebook. And I bet most of you guys have never posted stuff on their Facebook. They don't do that, then. Okay? What you need to do is stop looking on his Facebook. Okay? Rise above it, Laura. Rise above it. You've given him, this guy, enough time, enough energy. You've given him enough money. All these things. Okay? Go live your life. Okay? Find out about the relationship, what troubles you. Feel these feelings. Talk about these things. Sure. But man, stop looking on that Facebook. You're contacting him. You're hoovering him. You're acting like him. That's the problem. Okay, you guys? Stop being toxic. These guys are making you toxic. Get out of this. Get out of it. Rise above it. Leave them behind. You don't need them. You don't want them. Right? You want healthy, fun, nice, happy relationships. So go do that. Because they never will. And as long as you're in contact with them, you won't either. Willow Wicca from the UK. Do narcissist women pretend to be bisexual just to gain attention? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I used to go clubbing. Not like dance all the time, but I mean just go out a lot. And a lot. And you see this, I don't care. All of you people have gone out in any major city, any kind of club, bar, night atmosphere, anything like that, where there's drinking and there's women going out. All of you have seen it. Where they hook up and make out in front of everybody, right? Total attention, totally attention, totally. They want everyone to watch, and they think they're great. A narcissist loves to pair up with somebody, right? Especially a borderline that doesn't have an identity. They love to pair up with other people and find their identity with them. So, oh, you make me better. So I'm going to be up with you. And if they can find a girl to make out with, and I mean, it does way more than just drive men, you know, make men turn them on or make them like that. It is massive attention. Like, we're the only two people here, you know. I mean, it's just, yes, man. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, and I know you guys have all seen it. Thanks for the question. Justara Lorraine from Ontario, hello. Why are we addicted to the pain? Is it love or addiction? Well, you loved, and the relationship ended. That hurts. You had no closure. Not only did they not talk about it with you, they blamed you. They said you're crazy. It's all your fault. You're a narcissist. Whatever, you know, and they left, and that hurts. That hurts. It's devastating. Relationships are the most important thing in our lives. The most important thing in our lives. Hello? So when they fail, we just failed at the most important thing in our lives. Do you get that? It's huge. So there is all kinds of things going on. Okay? So you have loss. You miss. Okay? You need to grieve. You need to mourn. You need to mold. There's just so much. In addiction, yes, it's like a drug. Okay? These kind of relationships do all kinds of things to your head and raise and lower good things and bad things, so that when it's over, it's like a drug. You're missing all these things, and little things can make you feel better, like another person. So you latch on to the next person. because you need that, because that person makes you feel good. And it turns out they're a narcissist too. So all you're doing is soothing and self-medicating, and you'll never get better but that way. But it's a mixture of everything, honey. So yeah, I mean, it's so much. And don't forget, you guys, this is childhood pain. And I know I bring up childhood a lot, but that's not my fault. That's the way it is. I'm not going to lie. This is a childhood injury. This is childhood pain, you guys. You just went through life not feeling it because it's normal to you. And what made you feel it is a very, very, very serious relationship where you really loved and really had emotions, and all your insecurities surfaced, all your issues, all your worries, your fears, all of it. And then you're with someone that just exploited it. You see? And then took off. Made you feel like a bad piece of crap. So, I mean, there's so much. You got shame. There's so much involved with this. That's why a professional helps so much to help you process things. To have that outside opinion. Someone with an outside perspective that's not emotionally attached to this situation, that person, or you. I can give really good, clear advice and information to my clients because I'm not emotionally involved. I'm not emotionally attached, and I'm not invested. Okay, so I can really look at a situation that maybe the entire family can't see. Okay? It's really important to do this. It's important to do this for your head. Process things so you know what really happened and you really feel the correct emotion to it. Okay? Very important. Good question. Thank you. Joan Baschek. Hello, Joan. I got the golden period for only 2 weeks in a 4-year relationship. I was told I am a bad supply. What does that mean? Okay. Now, first of all, the cycles that you hear about that all these people go through, they don't all go through the cycles, and not every single disorder goes through the cycles, and not every single person in one. The borderline is what goes through the cycles the most. The borderline has to idealize and devalue everything. That's why they split black and white thinking. It's all good or it's all bad. Okay? This is so amazing. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I love this job. Oh my God, everybody hates me. Bad job. You know, I mean, it just has to be like that with the borderline. So, the golden period only lasted 2 weeks for you. That doesn't mean that he did it for a year with someone else. Okay? Now, bad supply. Bad supply is a lot. Okay? So, you were told that you were just a bad supply. That's not necessarily true. You would have to look at all his relationships. Okay? Usually the people that hurt the most were the best supply. Okay? Usually the longer relationships, the most intense relationships, stuff like that, were good supply. Is what happens, you guys, is nobody can keep up the kind of attention they need. No one. They make you feel great, and then they expect it back. The problem is, right, is they overestimate themselves and underestimate other people. So they think they're so great. So they think everything they did for you is fan-fucking-tastic. Not this good. They think it's this good. So you can never be as good as them. So when you try and you fail, they hate you. They devalue you. Okay? That's how it works. Bad supply, eventually, it doesn't matter how much great attention we give them. It doesn't matter. They screw with our brains and the attention goes down. We stop having sex with them. We stop telling them we love them. We stop even looking at them. We stop trying to fix every problem they have. We just eventually are just like, we kind of slow down, you know? This is all attention, and what they like is how you were in the beginning, how you believed every goddamn bullshit thing they said, how you went and wanted to beat up everybody they said hurt them, how you wanted to take care of them and take them out all the time, no matter how they abuse you. No matter how much things they ruin, you got to be good to them and take them out and do stuff like this. You're not good to me. You don't give me attention. You don't take me out. And you're like, well, you hit me in the head. And they're like, well, no, I only hit you in the head because you don't take me out. And you're like, no. You were hitting me in the head saying, you don't take me out. I mean, timelines. You weren't a bad supply. The worst supply is the total fucking doormat. that does everything and doesn't argue. That's a bad supply because they like the drama. They like a good fight, right? And they want to break you down, okay? That's it for part 1, you guys. Thank you very much, okay? See me in part 2, okay? Stay tuned. Thank you. If you can, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. Vote for the video down below. Ask me any questions, okay? And I'll tell you. Thank you. See you in part 2. Bye-bye.